The Colt M4A1. America's carbine since 1994. It fires the 5.56 by 45 mm NATO round at 3,200 feet per second. It weighs 7.5 pounds. And it has been the primary weapon for U.S. infantry, special operations, and vehicle crews for over 3 decades. This is the story of the rifle that defined modern American small arms doctrine. The Colt M4A1 was never the most sophisticated rifle ever made. But it was exactly what American soldiers needed. Compact enough for vehicles and buildings, accurate enough for engagements at 300 meters, and reliable enough to function in the sand and mud of 2 decades of war. America's carbine earned its place in history the only way that matters: by being there when it was needed. Visual. Colt M4A1. The standard U.S. carbine. 14.5-inch barrel. Quad rail. Collapsing stock. Deployed in field. The Colt M4A1. America's carbine since 1994. It fires the 5.56 by 45 mm NATO round at 3,200 feet per second. It weighs 7.5 pounds. And it has been the primary weapon for U.S. infantry, special operations, and vehicle crews for over 3 decades. This is the story of the rifle that defined modern American small arms doctrine. Visual. M4 prototypes. Colt production line. Army carbine trials. 1990s adoption. Early M4 fielding. The M4 traces directly to the Colt AR-15 and the M16 that entered service in 1964. Colt's engineers refined the AR-15 platform over 3 decades, shortening the design and optimizing it for the changing needs of American infantry. The key development was the M4 carbine, a shortened variant with a 14.5-inch barrel and a collapsing stock. Colt submitted the M4 to Army trials in the 1980s as a replacement for the M16A1 and the M3 submachine gun used by vehicle crews and support personnel. The Army officially adopted the M4 in 1994, designating it M4A1. The A1 indicating the fully automatic capability retained from the M16A1. The adoption was controversial. Some units preferred the longer barrel and greater accuracy of the standard M16, while others appreciated the M4's compactness and maneuverability. The collapse of the Soviet Union and the changing nature of military operations made the M4's compact design more attractive. Post-Cold War deployments emphasized urban environments and rapid response situations where the M4's handling advantages outweighed the marginal accuracy loss from the shorter barrel. Visual. M4A1 field stripping. Barrel assembly. Bolt carrier. Charging handle. Trigger group. Picatinny rail. 14.5-inch barrel. The M4's defining physical characteristic is its 14.5-inch barrel, 5.5 inches shorter than the standard M16. This reduction in length brings the overall weapon length to 33 inches with the stock extended and 29 inches with the stock collapsed. Collapsing stock. The M4 uses a 6-position collapsing stock that adjusts to user preference and allows the weapon to be carried compactly when necessary. The hollow stock compartment stores batteries and small accessories. Picatinny rail. The M4A1 features a full-length Picatinny rail on the top of the receiver, allowing mounting of optics, red dot sights, and other accessories. This rail system became the standard for modern American small arms ** 5.56 by 45 mm NATO. The M4 fires the same 5.56 by 45 mm NATO cartridge as the M16. A small caliber high velocity round that provides effective terminal ballistics at combat ranges. Soldiers carry more ammunition for the same weight compared to larger calibers. SR option. The M4A1 retains the 3-round burst option of the M16A1 while also offering fully automatic fire. The debate over burst versus automatic has been ongoing since the M16's adoption, with unit preferences varying. Visual. M4A1 in Iraq, Afghanistan. Door gunning, room clearing, convoy defense, special operations. The M4A1 has been present in every U.S. military deployment since 1994. In the Balkans during the 1990s. The M4 proved its reliability in peacekeeping operations where weapons might sit unused for extended periods before being needed suddenly. The invasions of Afghanistan in 2001 and Iraq in 2003 gave the M4 its most sustained combat deployment. The carbine was the primary weapon for infantry, special operations, and vehicle crews operating in urban environments and mountainous terrain. In urban combat, the signature challenge of both wars, the M4's compact length proved invaluable. Clearing buildings and engaging in close-quarters combat favored the maneuverability of the shorter weapon over the full-length M16. Convoy defense and vehicle-mounted operations showed the M4's advantages clearly. The compact weapon could be wielded effectively from a vehicle hatch or when responding to an ambush from inside a Humvee. The 14.5-inch barrel was long enough for effective accuracy at combat ranges. The M4A1 also became the standard door gun for helicopters, where its reliability and handling made it preferred over larger machine guns for certain applications. The weapon's accuracy and rate of fire provided effective suppressive capability without the weight and ammunition demands of a heavier weapon. Visual. M4A1 variants. SOCOM. MK18. M4A1 with suppressors. M4 carbine with various optics. Special operations units have adopted numerous M4A1 variants optimized for their specific requirements. The U.S. Navy's DEVGRU and Army's Delta Force use the MK18, a variant with a 10-inch barrel designed for maximum compactness in close-quarters combat. The M4A1 with a suppressor has become standard for night operations and situations where noise discipline is critical. The combination of the 5.56 mm round and a quality suppressor reduces the weapon's report significantly while maintaining accuracy. SOCOM's SOPMOD block program has equipped M4A1s with an array of accessories: red dot sights, magnifiers, tactical lights, laser pointers, and vertical foregrips. The Picatinny rail system allows this customization without permanent modification to the weapon. The M4A1 has also been exported widely to allied nations. Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, and numerous other countries have adopted M4 variants for their special operations and select infantry units. Visual. M4A1 upgrades. New handguards. URX rails. Improved triggers. M4A1 in current U.S. Army service. The M4A1 continues to receive incremental upgrades. New handguards from Daniel Defense, Knights Armament, and other manufacturers replace the original floating rail with free-floating designs that improve accuracy. Enhanced triggers and improved ergonomics are standard in newer production weapons. The main critique of the M4A1 has been barrel length. The 14.5-inch barrel is considered marginal by some units for the ranges encountered in Afghanistan and Iraq. Various programs have explored longer barrels and even a return to the standard M16 configuration for certain applications. The M4A1 remains the standard carbine for U.S. forces in 2026, over 30 years since adoption. The platform shows no signs of immediate replacement, though future systems may incorporate lessons learned from the SIG MCX and other next-generation designs. Visual: M4A1 in standard firing position. Soldier with full kit. Optic mounted. Stock deployed. The Colt M4A1 was never the most sophisticated rifle ever made, but it was exactly what American soldiers needed. Compact enough for vehicles and buildings, accurate enough for engagements at 300 meters, and reliable enough to function in the sand and mud of 2 decades of war. America's carbine earned its place in history the only way that matters: by being there when it was needed. End card. Subscribe. World Gun History.